I used to make videos that nobody watched. I'd spend 20 hours on something, upload it, and get maybe 40 views. The worst part wasn't just the low views, it was the complete unpredictability. I'd put everything I had into what I thought was my best work, and then it would just disappear into the void. Then I'd throw something together, quick and dirty, and somehow that would be the one that got traction. It made no sense. Today I'm going to show you exactly how I stopped doing that. Not because I'm some genius, but because I learned to research instead of guess. I'm going to show you the exact research method that took me from random guessing to strategic content creation, walk you through the specific tool that I use, and then give you real examples of how this works. The frustration of creating content is something that I know really, really well. You pour your time and energy into creating something, you plan it out, you script it, you edit it perfectly, you craft what you think is the perfect title and thumbnail, you hit upload with this little spark of hope that maybe this is the one, and then nothing. Meanwhile, you see creators in your space seemingly hitting home runs left and right. What are they doing that you're not? Are they just naturally better at this? Do they have some secret sauce you're missing? I was stuck in this cycle for months. I'd analyze my failed videos, trying to figure out what went wrong. Was it the title? Was it the thumbnail? The content itself? The problem was I was analyzing my failures instead of studying what actually worked. Not that analyzing your failures is bad, but this is better. I was trying to be too clever with my titles and concepts. I thought originality meant coming up with something completely new, something no one had ever done before. But that's not how YouTube works. That's not how any content platform works. The algorithm doesn't reward innovation for innovation's sake. It rewards content that serves an audience that's already proven that they want that type of content. But I didn't understand that yet. I was making the same mistake that a lot of creators make, trying to figure it out all alone. And if you're feeling stuck right now and you can't figure out what's holding your channel back, I created a quick 2-minute quiz that'll help you identify some of the specific problems keeping your channel from growing. It gives you personalized ways to fix it based on your results. There's a link in the description. All this changed when I stopped trying to be original and started trying to be strategic. Let me show you what I mean. Here are all of my best performing videos. Every single one of them is based on content that already worked on the platform. I didn't just copy them, I researched what was working, understood why it worked, and then created my own version that I thought would serve my audience better. You can see these side by side with some of the videos that inspired them. Sometimes the connection is obvious. Sometimes I made bigger changes, but the foundation always came from research. This isn't stealing. This isn't being unoriginal. This is understanding that successful content creators don't reinvent the wheel. They study what wheels are already rolling and then build their own version. The music industry figured this out decades ago. Hit songs follow proven formulas and structures. Movies follow established genres and storytelling patterns. But for some reason, we think YouTube content has to be completely original to be successful. Successful restaurants don't invent new food types. They make familiar food better than anyone else in the area. Now let's be honest about the odds here. This is my 53rd video, and about 6 of them have really blown up. That's roughly 1 in 10. On the surface, that doesn't sound too great, but when you consider that most creators are operating at maybe 1 in 50 or 1 in 100 odds, when they're just guessing, 1 in 10 ain't so bad. More importantly, even my videos that don't blow up perform consistently better than they used to. I rarely have complete flops anymore because I'm not shooting into the dark. Truth is, I still kind of have no idea what I'm doing half the time. That imposter syndrome doesn't just disappear because you have a few successful videos. That's exactly why I lean so heavily on research now. It's my security blanket against the constant uncertainty of content creation. Also, this research-based approach isn't just something that works for me. Other successful creators on the platform in my space are doing the same thing. When you know what to look for, you can see the patterns. They're not all creating completely original concepts out of thin air. They're finding what works and then putting their own spin on it. Recently, I started using TubeBuddy's new niche topic analysis feature, and it's made this whole process much nicer. And before I go any further, I should mention that this video is sponsored by TubeBuddy, but that doesn't affect my opinion of this tool. I was using and recommending it long before they reached out. And you can absolutely do this research without TubeBuddy. I did it for months, and I still do manual research sometimes. It's just that this tool is really nice, and I can't imagine not using it now for the bulk of my research. TubeBuddy isn't for everyone, but if you're serious about making good content, you probably already have this installed. And if you don't, you should probably consider it. This tool solved the biggest problem I had as a creator, not knowing what to make content about. It takes the guesswork out of ideation and replaces it with data. Before I show you exactly how to use it, let me explain what this tool actually does. Most creators pick video topics based on gut instinct, or maybe trending topics they see on their homepage, or random inspiration. TubeBuddy's niche topic analysis shows you what's actually working in your specific space based on real performance data. It analyzes thousands of videos from creators in your niche and breaks down which topics are getting the most engagement, which ones are oversaturated, which ones represent untapped opportunities. Instead of guessing what might work, you can see what's already working. Most creators research their competition. Smart creators research their opportunities. Let me walk you through exactly how to use this tool so you can see the interface and how the data works. First, you need to have TubeBuddy installed, but then once you do, it's as simple as visiting any YouTube page. On the right-hand side of your screen, you're going to see a TubeBuddy button. If you click it, it'll open the Niche Insights panel. Before you start analyzing anything, you need to set up your niche properly. The first step is adding as many creators from your space as you can think of that are similar in size and subject matter. Just search for them on YouTube, and then when you're on their channel page, a new tab will pop up called Channel Insights. And you can use that to add them to your niche. The more you add, the better your data will be. You can always come back and add more as you discover new creators or as your understanding of your niche evolves. Once you have a solid list of creators added, look for the stacked layers icon. That's your topic analysis. Click it to launch the feature. Now the tool starts gathering data from all of the videos within your niche. The first time you do this, it's going to take a few minutes because it's analyzing massive amounts of data from all the creators you've added to your niche analysis. While it's working, it's essentially doing all of the work that would have taken you hours or days to do manually. You can leave it to do this in the background. Once the analysis loads, you'll see something really powerful. On the left, there is a list of topics specific to your niche. Each topic shows its percentage of total views and content count. We'll come back to this view in a moment, but first I want you to check out the heat map tab. You can see which topics are dominated by certain creators and which ones have room for newcomers. If you see a topic with high view percentages and only a few creators covering it, that's an opportunity. If you want to change how the data is organized, you can click over here, Topic View Share, to switch between different views. This is the real power of the tool. Go back to the tree view. Click on the arrow button next to any topic to break it down into subtopics. Now you're seeing more specific categories with exactly how much content exists, total views, and how each channel performs on that subtopic. Let's say you're looking at YouTube growth as a main topic. If you click the arrow to break it down, you'll see subtopics like YouTube growth mistakes, YouTube channel basics, creative strategies. Each one shows you different levels of opportunity and competition. And you can go even deeper. You click the arrow again on any subtopic, and it'll break it down into specific micro topics. This 3-level breakdown helps you find the exact angle that will work best for your content. Once you've drilled down as far as you'd like, click Explore Content. It takes you to the Content Explorer. This is where you can see the actual videos driving these results. This is where you find the videos that work. In the Content Explorer, you can analyze the content that's working. You see long-form videos, shorts, and live streams all in one place. This isn't just data anymore. These are real examples you can study. The filtering options are super useful. You can use the drop-down menu to switch between different subtopics without starting over. You can choose from total views to see the biggest hits, outlier score to find breakout videos that outperformed expectations, or other metrics like channel views, shares, likes, comments, duration, publish date, the whole shebang. Here's where you can choose from 7 days for the latest viral content, 30 days for content trends, or up to a year for evergreen topics. This is crucial because some topics are seasonal or trending, while others are consistently popular. Lastly, you can sort by shorts, longs, and live streams. Remember, this analysis is based on the niche that you created, and you can change that niche at any time by clicking Manage Niche. You can add creators, remove creators, or choose from TubeBuddy's suggested creators to make your data more relevant to your specific space. And you can force a reload on the data at any time by clicking this refresh button. That's the complete walkthrough of how to use TubeBuddy's niche topic analysis. And if you've made it this far, maybe this video is worth a like. It helps me reach others who are trying to grow their channel as well. Now that you understand how this research method works, let me show you what I was doing wrong before I figured this out, and these examples might help you avoid the same mistakes. Look at this title. Discover your niche with only one simple exercise. What does that even mean? Why is niche in quotes? You have to watch the entire video to understand what I'm talking about. That's backwards. Classic blunder. Here's another one. Why your video ideas flop and how to fix this forever. I love the irony of making a video about how not to make videos that flop, which then flopped. I was creating content based on what I thought was interesting or important, rather than what my audience was actually searching for and engaging with. I'm proud of the content in those videos, but how I signaled that? Not so much. Those failed videos taught me something pretty crucial. Every failure was actually data. Each one showed me what my audience didn't want, which is just as valuable as knowing what they do want. Looking back, those failures weren't character flaws or lack of talent. They were just the inevitable results of guessing instead of researching. Every successful creator has a graveyard of videos that went nowhere. The difference is learning from that pattern instead of repeating it. These failures taught me that having good information isn't enough. You need to package it in a way that connects with the people you're looking for. Here's what separates creators who succeed from those who stay stuck. You can't just copy what you find. The research is your starting point, not your endpoint. You need to adapt what you discover to your specific audience and your unique perspective. When I find a successful video concept through this research, I ask myself several questions. How can I make this more specific to my audience's situation? What angle can I take that hasn't been covered yet? What additional value can I provide? How can I improve on the original concept? Sometimes that means changing the target audience. Maybe the original video was for general creators, and I can make it specific to creators who want to turn YouTube into something more. Sometimes it means updating outdated information or providing a more comprehensive treatment of the topic. Sometimes that can mean focusing on topics that attract viewers who might want to buy things, and not just viewers who want to watch and leave. Your audience has specific needs, frustrations, and goals that might slightly differ from the audience of the original video you're researching. Your job is to bridge that gap. This is also where understanding your audience becomes crucial. The research tool is only half of the equation. It's knowing how to filter that research through an understanding of who you're actually trying to serve. The better you know your audience, the better you can adapt successful contents to serve them specifically. One of the most consistent compliments that I get in my comments is about how every one of my videos feels the same. People say that there's a consistent vibe and voice that makes my content feel cohesive. That's not accidental. That's this research process combined with a clear understanding of my audience that makes it happen. I'm actually going to make a video about how to deeply understand your own audience. So get subscribed, you won't miss it. I also want to address something that might be going through your mind right now. This might feel like a lot of work up front, and you might be wondering if it's worth the time investment. This research typically takes maybe 30 to 60 minutes per video idea. And if you compare that to the 20 plus hours I used to spend on creating videos that nobody watched, that research time pays for itself immediately by dramatically increasing the chances that my content will actually reach people. High-performing videos means better opportunities. Sponsors pay attention to consistent performers. Affiliate commissions come from engaged audiences. Even brand partnerships start with creators who can prove their content connects with viewers. This research method goes beyond views. It's about building a channel that serves you long-term. More importantly, this process gives you confidence. As a recovering perfectionist, the worst part about content creation used to be the uncertainty. I never knew if what I was making would work, which made every creative decision feel paralyzing. Now I start every video with data that tells me that there's already an audience for this type of content. I know other creators have succeeded with similar concepts. That doesn't guarantee success, but it gives me a foundation to build on instead of just hoping I'm guessing correctly. This approach also helps with consistency. Instead of scrambling for ideas or waiting for inspiration to strike, you have a systematic way to generate content ideas that are backed by data. You can batch this research and always have a pipeline of validated ideas ready to go. The goal isn't to eliminate creativity from your process. It's to give your creativity a proven framework to work within. Constraints actually lead to better creativity, not worse. When you know what works, you can focus on how to make it uniquely yours instead of wondering if anyone will even want to watch it. Some of the most creative and successful content comes from taking proven concepts and executing them in new and interesting ways. I actually have a simple framework I use to evaluate every research result. It's 3 questions. Does this topic serve my specific audience? Can I add value to this conversation? And will this attract viewers who might want to buy something? If it's not 3 S's, I keep looking. The research method I've shown you today has completely changed how I approach content creation. It's taken me from someone who was frustrated by unpredictable results to someone who can consistently create content with confidence. You don't have to guess anymore about what your audience wants to watch. You don't have to rely on random inspiration or copy what you see trending on the homepage. You can make strategic decisions based on real data about what's already working in your space. I'm giving you the exact tools to do this for yourself. TubeBuddy's niche topic analysis is available right now. I've got a link in the description for a little bit off if you want to use it. And everything I've shown you today is something you can start implementing immediately. The difference between creators who blow up and creators who stay stuck isn't talent or luck. It's approach. The creators who succeed consistently are the ones who understand that YouTube is like a business, and businesses make decisions based on data, not gut feelings. Start using this research method for your next video. See what topics are working in your niche. Find the opportunities that aren't completely saturated. Take those concepts and make them your own. Hopefully, with this systematic approach, you'll blow up sooner rather than later. And don't forget about the quiz that I mentioned. If you're still feeling stuck and you want to help identify exactly what's holding your channel back, it just takes 2 minutes and gives you a personalized action plan. Link's still in the description. Now that you have this research method, you might be wondering what other systems you can use to blow up on YouTube. This is just one piece of building a sustainable YouTube business. If you want the complete picture, including how to actually turn consistent views into consistent income, that's exactly what I cover in this video. I have 4 more proven systems that anyone can copy to become successful on YouTube. I made a whole video breaking it down. You can click here to watch it and get the complete roadmap to YouTube success. This is the exact systems that I wish that I had known when I started. They're all based on studying what actually works rather than just hoping for the best.